This story is part of our special series. Every day we're publishing a new story about love in all its forms. Stay tuned to see what other stories we have in store for you. The rain hadn't stopped all night. Heavy drops drummed against the attic window, creating a somber rhythm that mirrored the mood inside. Inside, Alara huddled deeper into her chair, clutching a worn leather-bound journal. Each page held a story, a piece of her past, a memory that both warmed and tormented her. This wasn't just any diary. It was her grandmother's, filled with entries that spanned decades, chronicling a love story so profound it defied the boundaries of time. Tonight, as a storm raged outside, Alara found herself drawn to these tales, seeking solace and wisdom from the enduring love story within. As the night deepened and the wind outside howled, Alara read her grandmother's elegant script danced before her eyes, weaving a tale of forbidden romance. It was a love between two souls, Thomas and Genevieve, whose paths crossed in a bygone era. Their love was a wildflower that bloomed in the cracks of societal expectations, nurtured by stolen glances and hushed whispers. The entries spoke of secret rendezvous under the gaze of ancient trees and promises etched against the backdrop of starlit skies. Through her grandmother's words, Alara saw their love reflected, a testament to a bond that refused to be contained or extinguished. With each passing page, the attic around her faded away, replaced by cobblestone streets and candlelit parlors that had been mere figments of her imagination until now. She could almost hear the clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages echoing through the rain-slicked streets. Feel the chill of evening air and smell the aroma of blooming lilacs carried on the breeze. The separation of time dissolved, and she found herself walking alongside Thomas and Genevieve, sharing their laughter, their hopes and dreams, and their quiet moments of introspection. But as the night wore on, the diary revealed the other side of their tale, the pain of longing and the agony of separation. As the words painted pictures of Genevieve's tearful goodbyes and Thomas's haunted silences, Alara felt a pang in her own heart. Their love story wasn't just a tale of passion, it was a study in resilience, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. In one particularly haunting entry, Genevieve wrote of a rainy night much like the one tonight, her words flowing onto the page as if she was pouring out her soul. Another deluge, she wrote, the rain mirroring the tears I cannot shed. Thomas, my love, why must you go? How am I supposed to navigate this world without the warmth of your hand in mine? Alara closed her eyes, picturing Genevieve standing at a similar attic window, her silhouette outlined by the flickering candlelight as she poured her heart out onto the pages. Suddenly, a gust of wind rattled the window, bringing with it a chill that seeped into Alara's bones. She shivered, pulling her cardigan tighter around her shoulders. In that moment, the boundary between past and present seemed to blur. The diary in her hands grew warm, and for a fleeting instant, she could have sworn she felt a presence beside her, a silent companion sharing the solitude of the storm. As dawn began to break, casting the first hints of sunlight through the attic window, Elara turned to the final entries, hoping to find a resolution to their love story. But they only deepened the mystery. The entries ended abruptly, leaving her with more questions than answers. What had become of Thomas and Genevieve? Had their paths crossed again? Had they found happiness after their agonizing separation? Or had the final page of their story been lost to time? The sudden intrusion of her phone broke the silence. Startled, Elara dropped the diary onto the floor, its pages fluttering around her feet like fallen leaves. As she reached for the phone, her fingers brushed against the worn leather cover of the diary. An idea sparked in her mind. Maybe the answers she sought weren't meant to be found in the attic, but in the very place where her grandparents had first met. With renewed purpose, Elara packed a bag, stuffing the diary inside it. She raced downstairs, eager to embark on a journey that promised to unearth the secrets of her grandparents' love story. As she stepped out into the morning light, the rain had stopped. A faint rainbow arched across the sky, offering a hopeful glimpse of sunshine after the storm. Elara's journey took her to a quaint seaside town nestled between rolling hills and the vast expanse of the ocean. The town exuded an old-world charm, its cobblestone streets and pastel-hued houses whispering tales of bygone eras. As she wandered through the town, each step took her deeper into the narrative of her grandmother's diary. She could almost hear the echoes of horse-drawn carriages and the murmur of lively conversations carried on the sea breeze. She soon found herself standing before a grand old library, its arched windows and ivy-covered walls hinting at the treasures of literature within. Stepping inside, she was greeted by the musty scent of aged books and the hushed whispers of fellow patrons in search of knowledge and solace. As Elara approached the counter, she noticed an old woman sorting through books, her wrinkled hands moving with a grace that defied her years. Their eyes met, and the woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with an ageless wisdom. "Can I help you, dearie?" she asked, her voice a melodious whisper. Elara hesitated, unsure how to begin her search. Then, taking a deep breath, she opened her grandmother's diary, its worn pages offering both a guide and a comfort. The old woman's gaze followed Elara's as she traced the faded ink, and a knowing smile played on her lips. "Ah, looking for more stories, are you?" she murmured, more to herself than to Elara. Elara looked up, startled. "Do you know me?" she asked, her voice echoing in the cavernous space. The woman chuckled, a sound like rustling pages. "Your grandmother and I go way back," she said, her eyes distant, as if peering into the annals of time. She was quite the adventurer, always searching for new stories to fill her pages. The woman paused, her gaze turning wistful. "And it seems you take after her," she added softly. Elara felt a warmth spread through her chest. It was as if she had stumbled upon not just a librarian, but a keeper of secrets, a weaver of tales who understood the language of stories. Trusting her instincts, Elara handed the diary to the woman, who took it with reverence. The old woman led Ilara through a labyrinth of towering bookshelves, their shadows dancing in the afternoon sunbeams that streamed through the high windows. Finally, they came to a halt before a section tucked away at the end of the library. Here, the woman said, her voice barely above a whisper, "These might be of some help to you." As Elara reached for the books, their titles whispering promises of adventure and romance, she knew she was on the brink of discovering more than just the history of her grandparents' love. She was uncovering a legacy, a lineage of women who found strength and solace in the written word, who navigated the complexities of life through stories. The attic had echoed with the ghosts of a love story that dared to defy convention. Now, amidst the hallowed halls of the seaside town library, Elara felt the presence of her grandmother, not as a whisper in the wind, but as a guiding light leading her deeper into the labyrinth of their shared heritage. The rain had long since stopped, leaving behind a world washed clean and brimming with possibility. Just as the sky had cleared after the storm, Alara's heart began to lighten. With each passing moment, she felt a sense of clarity and purpose. She understood now that her grandmother's story wasn't just about a love that conquered all. It was about a legacy of resilience, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. And as Elara continued to delve into the trove of stories her grandmother had left behind, she knew she was carrying on that legacy. She was writing the next chapter in a tale that had been unfolding for generations.